All right, so we're each going to have about 2 minutes, and we're going to just kind of keep it running. For the presenters, our process is we're going to present, and then you're going to walk the other way down the, and you're going to find the bag with your name on it and take it back to your table. Okay. So I introduced myself this morning, but my name is Victoria Bennett from the Mobile Technologies Corps. And Kathy did a great job of giving a couple examples of outcomes from our consultations. You may be wondering, what can you ask? What a consultation covers. So we cover a lot. If you have questions about automation within your study, we have a data architect on our team, Gabrielle, who is amazing at automation. If you need data flow diagrams or data pipeline development, we can help you there. Data cleaning guidance, data management and reproducibility. I'm not going to read all these because I only have 2 minutes. I'm going to switch over to the resources. On the right side of your screen is our resource library. These are all asynchronous resources that you can access from our website, and you can use them anytime you want. We also partner with researchers to add to the resources. So several of the knowledge base articles that Kathy had mentioned, we have co-authors all over the university that are publishing those. We know a lot, we don't know everything. We can connect you with people that know things that we don't. And we encourage you to share the knowledge that you have with the entire research community. All right. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ian Burnett from the Data Science for Dynamic Intervention Decision-Making Center, or D3C, at the Institute for Social Research. Our mission is helping researchers design interventions that actually adapt to people's needs in real time. If you're using apps, mobile tech, or wearables, you're probably collecting rich data and asking questions like, when should I intervene? How do I know it's working? How do I adapt support as someone responds? These are exactly the questions our methods are built to answer. On our website, you'll find free resources built specifically for researchers working on adaptive interventions. First, free online courses, self-paced modules on the concepts, designs, and data analysis. Second, free software from our code library, sample size calculators for smarts and micro-randomized trials, plus analysis code you can use right away. If you've heard terms like SMART, MRT, or just-in-time adaptive intervention and wondered how you'd actually run the statistics, we can help. Third, training opportunities, including an annual NCI NIH-funded program. And fourth, our think tank sessions held several times each month, where researchers workshop study concepts with our team. It's a great way to get feedback on a study design focused on adaptive interventions while it's still taking shape. If your research is about the timing and sequencing of support and you'd be interested in attending, please reach out. So d3c.isr.umich.edu, free software, free courses, training opportunities, and a community focused on building better interventions. If you're curious, during lunch, please stop by. I'd love to hear what you're working on. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia Carmichael. I'm a research area specialist also from the Institute for Social Research. And I'm here today with my colleagues, Donna Walter and Brandon Labrie. If anything I have to share today is of interest to you, please stop by and talk to us. But I'm here to raise awareness of two phenomenal resources located at ISR on Central Campus that are available to U of M investigators and their collaborators and industry partners. These are the U of M Home Lab, which is pictured here on the left, and the new ISR VR Lab. Both of these are nationally registered core facilities, and our mission is to support you in your immersive research by acting as a sort of middle space between the white box of the laboratory and the messy real world. The Home Lab was established in 2018. It is a 900 square foot simulated apartment and sometimes simulated clinic, depends. And it is outfitted with a wide variety of sensors to be worn on the body, as well as environmental sensors and environmental controls to help simulate our daily lives. It conducts research in a topic agnostic fashion, so we're here to support your topics, but we have conducted research on child development, device development and validation, heart health, and even more. The Home Lab is also staffed by some very knowledgeable people, two of whom are with me today, to help you engage with these resources. The ISR VR Lab was just opened in 2025, so it's a newer resource, and it will support VR research and XR research of different types, including things like driving studies, and it is fully interoperable with the Home Lab, so we have investigators who are combining these two sister labs together. Once again, it's not only outfitted with a variety of sensors, but it's also supported by very knowledgeable staff who are here to help you execute your research vision. So I welcome you again to come and speak with us after lunch.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Connolly. I'm the program lead for the Participant Recruitment Program at the Michigan Institute for Clinical and Health Research, or MICHAR. umhealthresearch.org is our engaged volunteer registry that was developed by the MICHAR development team and is run by our PR team daily. The registry has over 107,000 volunteers who have raised their hand and said that they are interested in participating in research. Any researcher conducting human subject research can post to the site with IRB approval. Health Research can serve as the front door to research participation. We often joke that we're the Match.com of the research world. We bring volunteers and researchers together, and they match behind the scenes based on inclusion and exclusion criteria. The tool also offers bidirectional communication in a password-protected and secured environment across the entire team. So no more losing volunteers in someone's private email when they're on vacation, maternity leave, or out sick. The MICHAR Participant Recruitment Team also offers a service where we provide social media advertising, which we design, launch, manage, and provide analytics for, and link them to study postings on umhealthresearch.org. We have seen a huge spike in usage for the tool by people finding an ad on social media, Meta or Instagram, and coming to the tool. So they come for one reason, they create a profile, and they begin engaging with research, all different kinds of researchers across the university. We've had over 23,000 people create accounts stating that they found the tool based on a social media ad. We offer free consultations, and if you stop by the table, I have some more information if you'd like to hear more about the tool. It's very user-friendly, and we have videos on how to upload, and our team also offers department trainings and study team trainings, and we'll do one-on-one trainings as well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Frank Hu, and I'm from MIDAS, the Michigan Institute for Data and AI in Society. So today I am with my colleagues, Shahana and Nathan. We have a table there to sort of present our research team. And our team's main goal is to try to help researchers across the campus to use AI and data science responsibly and effectively in their daily research. And here I'm trying to introduce the ways that we can support. So first we have consultations and project support, and it can be like one-on-one or a team-based. And basically we work with you together on like quite range of problems that including, for example, research problem design and grant writing and AI methods, workflows, and risks related. And we also help researchers to connect with pilot funds, collaborators, and students. So second is about the AI sandbox, which is like a hands-on exploration for AI models and methods. So we invite you to our space to try the AI models with help with our research team so that you can see how AI can be applied in your research field. And it's especially interesting if you are deciding whether you want to use AI and data science methods in your research. And the third one is we offer a variety of training and workshops, including generative AI tutorials or like a longer summer academy that's especially friendly for beginners. And then we have also a data and AI intensive workshop that's focusing on the rigor and reproducibility for research. And we also include a graduate data science certificate for graduate students, and we also have a postdoc fellow program. And then for guidance, we're developing like an AI in research handbook, which includes like a workflows, examples, and templates for basically AI use and responsible AI use. And we are currently working on that. And the next one is AI Digest, which is a periodical newsletter-like curated updates on AI-related research, resources, and events across the campus or beyond. So finally, it's about the institutional connection. We help navigating AI and data science related resources on campus. So we can discuss with you like when to reach out to, for example, the ITS or other like internal units focusing on data science and AI related research. And we're currently developing a map that will help locate all these kind of resources on campus. So if you find any of these sounds interesting and helpful, the easiest step is to visit our website or like email midas-research at umich.edu. And we also have a table over there, so come to talk to us if you are interested. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody. So you're here at MeTRIC because you know the value of utilizing digital and mobile technologies in health, wellness, or human performance research. And that's literally in the about MeTRIC. Okay. You want to build the most innovative software and or widget that looks amazing, that pushes the boundaries of human and technology interaction, that integrates with everyday life, or that capture biometrics, mood, or behavior with incredible precision. Well, we can't code your software, and we can't build your widget, I'm sorry. But we can ground your research and your approach in solid behavioral and social science research principles. In fact, that is our purpose. We're here to promote quality BSSR that considers behavioral frameworks in study development and implementation, that utilizes best practices in BSSR in study design, conduct, and analysis, supports culturally responsive study design, data collection, analysis, and dissemination, is conducted by appropriately trained BSSR researchers and staff, and is well supported by highly relevant MISHAR BSSR services. So we will consult at every step of your project, from what if to the funding application, to design and implementation, and to analysis. So please reach out. We would love to geek out with you about what you're doing and help you do your absolute best work.
My name is Erin Kaleba. I'm from the Data Office for Clinical and Translational Research. So we are a unit within the Office of Research at the medical school who helps you get access to data from a wide variety of sources for your research. So all the way from trying to decide, is this feasible? Do I have enough patients with these characteristics? All the way through, where do I have to share this data? I just published it. NIH says now I need to make all my data available for reproducibility and rigor. And so we've been in place for about 12 years, and we've only changed our name, I think, 3 times. So that's pretty pretty consistent, but we try and meet all of your needs, just like Nabil talked about self-service and all the pitfalls with self-service. Michigan, in comparison to other academic medical centers, really thinks a lot of your work could be done at your desk. When you know your research well, translating it to a programmer who's going to make decisions on what to pull and what not to pull is really a black box. So now we think you interacting with the data, validating it is the best. So we have self-serve tools. Has anyone used Data Direct? Go, oh my gosh, my besties in the audience. And Immerse, we have a lot of those types of tools. Within those, you can not only look at all of Michigan medicine, so 5 million unique patient records for inpatient, outpatient, emergency department. You can also see which of them consented to have their DNA available, their genotype data available for research, which one of them has wearables data available. We have prompt, we have other. And so we really are trying to look at an intersection of all the data about a patient that will help you do your research on predicting outcomes. I'm trying to think what else was on that pretty slide. You guys are missing out. I think I'll stop there, but just look up data office in the med school if we can help. Oh, I'm sorry, I see Rachel. We are right now in the process, we're about finished, of taking the 5.4 million patient records and mapping them to OMOP and a FHIR standard, so for that interoperability. And so those will all be available by cloud. And hopefully then with our partnerships across the state, we'll also be able to integrate the data from Sparrow and West, and again, really add to the richness and the hopefully diversity of the patients for whom we're developing evidence on. So get in touch with me, Erin, Data Office. This is not my slide. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Joe Lipa. I work in HITS Academic Integrations. I don't see it coming up. So I can, while that's coming up, I'll start my 2 minutes since this has to be very brief. So I'd encourage you to really get in touch with us at lunch. Earlier was mentioned the mobile data integration pipeline pilot. And when I was in elementary school, we were taught if you want to get a point across really quickly, give them the who, the what, the why, the how, and the when. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do in 2 minutes. So what is it? This really came out of the work that we did already for the intern health study and for Compass and Prompt. You heard a little bit about that earlier. And so we'd like to try to expand this into a pilot and maybe even an eventual service to see if we can take this workflow of integrating study data from study teams, from mobile health platforms to you, the researchers, and to make this a repeatable service. And so why do we want to do this? We want to make it as seamless as possible for you. And so there's really 3 ways that we've done so far this kind of work. The first is with just a direct file transfer. So sometimes people just need a CSV file and they need it in their shared folder. That's something we can enable with our data automation service. Then some people need something a little bit more advanced, like IHS or Compass or Prompt. They need the data in a database, and they need it refreshed very frequently, say daily, and it's a lot of data, as you heard from you earlier today. And then another thing we did, on the right side of the screen, you can see an example of an initial pilot we did for the Michigan Trauma Quality Improvement Program, working with Jill Jakubas, and setting up a direct connection to the cloud database, making that through ODBC and connecting it directly to whatever analysis or visualization tool that the researcher needed. So in this case, it was Tableau and R and Stata. We can set that up. And this is really intriguing because there's no actual data transfer. It's the direct connection. And yet we can still analyze that data. We can still visualize it. So again, that's just a very quick high-level overview. If you're at all interested in the pilot, please come talk to myself at lunch, or also our manager, John Brusolo, is also here, and we'll hope to talk to you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gabriel Moquefranco from the Mobile Technologies Core. So let me start with a question. How many of you started a study and then got all this mobile data, wearables data, CGM data, and then you went, oh my gosh, this is a mess? That's what I thought. And when you get to the point and you were looking at the data and you had to do something about it, you probably all had to write some kind of code to clean it, to pre-process, to get it ready for analysis, even before you could do your actual analysis. So wouldn't it be nice if that code that you wrote was available for the next study so they don't have to go through the same pain, they don't have to reinvent the wheel? That's what this service is about. So what we're offering is a way to get your code published into GitHub without you having to do a lot of work. So what we will do is we will set up a meeting to go over your code, understand what it does, and understand what your assumptions are throughout the code. That way, we can take those assumptions and move them from hard coding to parameters to make it work for any other study outside of yours. So we will get into GitHub. We check for common security vulnerabilities, try to get the code as ready to be reusable as possible, and get you a DOI number. And that will allow you then to track any citations. And it gives you another way to expand on the work that you already did and help the next study. So if you're interested, let us know. There's the email up here. Thanks.
So, my name is Jacob Ortlieb. I am a data solutions manager for AI and digital health innovation, and I'm going to go over some of the services and benefits we offer that are available to any U of M researchers to take advantage of. So the main or primary thing is our repository multimodal data sets, including de-identified EHR data, imaging including chest x-rays and brain MRIs. We have DID'd clinical notes, geolocation data, and wearable device data that can be used immediately to get started with research projects. We also have a research network for collaboration that has over 400 researchers across 17 schools. And we also have genetic data available. Around 100,000 participants with imputed genetic data, and also whole genome sequencing is coming. And another opportunity with that is those participants have consented to recontact. So if your study needs more information, you want to reach back out to them to collect more, that's a possibility. And we also store the samples that can be used for your own research purposes. For data storage and processing, we offer a HIPAA-compliant turbo location that can be accessed via Secure Enclave Services, which is a Windows environment, or Armis 2, which is a Linux environment. Both have all the analytical software you would need to get started. Great. And also Armis 2 has 48 GPUs that you can take advantage of. And for research facilitation services, we will help with access requirements, IRB applications, honest broker services, and we're also starting to help integrate AI and machine learning models into clinical workflows for testing with Michigan medicine data. And with that, we can also help with IRB guidance, consultations. You can engage with subject matter experts and clinical operational governance committees. Okay, that is, and yeah, just general project support for integrating studying AI models into clinical workflows. The new model of these services are more usable and are going to be more streamlined. So if any of that is of interest, we will be in a table back there if you want to talk. We're happy to set up a consultation, go over your projects and how we can help. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Eric Simon. I work in the Research Innovation Core at the Eisenberg Family Depression Center, and I just want to talk a little bit about our publications and grant writing services that we provide to the members there. There you go. So our service goals are pretty straightforward. We want to try to give you a little bit of a boost. We know how busy you are, so if we can try to take some of the load off, It always helps to have an extra set of eyeballs, extra set of hands. And I've been getting more and more requests for a shoulder to cry on during the process as well. So haven't offered that yet, but if demand keeps up. The technical writing support services is pretty straightforward. Writing, editing, whatever you need. We try to be as flexible as we can, again, to try to meet your needs. But we come with a broad scientific background, so we give you very complimentary feedback from what you would get from your scientific network, like your co-investigators and your program officers. And that sort of complimentary thing is pretty attractive to a lot of people. Again, back to you being so busy, a lot of people really struggle with trying to find the right funding opportunities. So we put a lot of legwork into that. We send out email alerts, custom searches we can do for you. If you go to our website, you'll see that there's a search engine where you can search through opportunities that we've already curated. A lot of relevance to the Depression Center and a lot of work in mental health as well as mobile tech. And we have a broad familiarity with numerous federal and non-federal funding sponsors. So if there's something new to you, there's a good chance we've worked there before and we can bring some of that experience to the table. I just want to emphasize mobile tech research is one of our hottest service areas. We've assisted in over $45 million in grant awards to this point, and that has rapidly produced 87 publications and counting coming out of the center. So if you're interested, please follow up with me afterwards. I look forward to hearing from you, and I like seeing a lot of familiar faces out there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey Rozick, Director of Technology at CHCR. CHCR is an in-house software development agency embedded within the University of Michigan and Michigan Medicine. We partner with faculty, clinicians, researchers to build and design custom digital products from concept to launch inside the realities of research, health systems, and compliance. If you think of a modern digital agency, design, engineering, innovation, that's our model. The difference is that we're built inside U of M and Michigan Medicine, so we can move much faster and more safely within the institutional constraints. At CHCR, everything we build is custom, so there are no templates, there are no off-the-shelf limitations. We develop participant-facing and research platforms, including text messaging programs, web and mobile applications, native iOS and Android apps, wearable integrations, and full survey and study-based systems. We are currently building a wearable tracking platform with Dr. Adam Lepley, who I believe is here, and his movement team. So these aren't just technical builds. They're designed specifically around study workflows, participant engagement, and research goals. One of our flagship offerings, you can see it on the screen here, is the CHCR authoring platform, which is a software as a service product that we developed in-house. It transforms Qualtrics surveys into a full-featured, interactive research study platform. At its core, it functions like a research-focused learning management system, LMS, that wraps around Qualtrics. So participants can self-enroll, log in securely, move through structured study modules, receive notifications via text message or email, and interact with content that they can also be dynamically tailored to them using AI. For study teams, the authoring platform provides a participant management dashboard, real-time engagement and process monitoring system, and centralized access to the study data. What's powerful about this platform is that it scales. We've supported studies that are for under $10,000, as well as studies for over $100,000 using this same platform. It's a great entry point for teams that want to move fast without sacrificing sophistication. At CHCR, we take a hybrid approach. Some teams will use the authoring platform to launch quickly. Others will work with us on fully custom software when their research requires something novel or complex. Either way, we're building intentionally and not forcing projects into predefined tools. CHCR is also a Michigan Medicine IT trusted service provider, which means that we're pre-authorized to build and deploy research software within U of M and Michigan Medicine. That allows us to navigate privacy, security, and compliance efficiently, so researchers can focus on the work, on their work instead of approvals and roadblocks. And at the end of the day, CHCR is a custom software and innovation partner. We are research ready, secure, and embedded inside U of M and Michigan Medicine. We bring digital agency capabilities, institutional trust, and long-term partnership together in one place. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be around this afternoon. We also have our faculty directors, Dr. Larry Ahn and Dr. Sarah Hawley here, Managing Director Elizabeth Hersey, and Project Manager Stephanie Goodell in attendance. They'll also be able to answer any questions you may have. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Judy Smith, and I'm an informationist at the Taubman Health Sciences Library, and I am going to orient you to the expertise available to you from the library for every stage of your research. So a key way that we can partner and collaborate with you is through information-seeking consultations and trainings. Whether you're working on a paper or a project or a grant, you can be in touch for search strategies or resources to get started, or maybe you want training on a tool that you and your team or your course want to know more in depth. You don't need to spin your wheels in order to be in touch with us. You can be in touch at the earliest part of your information-seeking process. Another way we can partner is through evidence syntheses. Maybe you're looking for more than a consultation. You're working on a scoping review or a systematic review, and you want deeper collaboration. We can construct the search strategies for you. We can provide methodological advice and consultations. So that's another way that we can work with you. We know that many of you, if not all of you, are using generative AI in your information seeking and synthesis. We provide consultation and training on the strengths, the challenges, and the ethical uses of generative AI in terms of the information seeking and synthesis domain. Switching gears from pure information seeking, we have cores and teams to help you along the research lifecycle. We have a research impact core. We know that you're all looking to tell your research impact story, how to assess your purpose and value, and we can point you to frameworks and tools in order to make those decisions about indicators, metrics to use. We also have a grants triage team that can meet with you to show you tools to identify funding, either federal funding or foundation funding. We can show you how to use these tools and set up alerts. And we know you are focused on publishing, of course, and we have a scholarly publishing unit. And this unit can provide input on your publishing goals. And some of you may know that the library has created contracts with certain publishers that make it possible for you to obtain discounts on your article processing charges, and also work with you on understanding changing federal guidelines and mandates for publishing. Finally, whether you're working on a paper or grant presentation, we have colleagues that can work with you on data management, sharing, and visualization. So I don't have expertise in all these areas, but if you get in touch, I can connect you with one of my many amazing colleagues who have a wide range of expertise. And I look forward to working with you, and feel free to stop by at lunch. Thank you.
Okay, there's only 3 more of us left, so it is almost time for lunch. I'm going to make this brief, as we all have. I'm Emma Steppe. I'm at the Institute for Healthcare Policy and Innovation, and one of the roles that I fulfill is coordinating the telehealth research network. Many of the folks in this room are IHPI members. Others are part of our network already. I think the two main takeaways that I want to put out there is that telehealth is probably too narrow of a term. We actually encompass all research involving health information technology, mobile technology, and our network is open to staff, learners, and faculty. And it is not only IHPI faculty members. So while we would love you to join our institute if you're faculty, you can also be part of our email list, our networking events, without being a member. We try to be as inclusive as possible. And then I just kind of wanted to say that something that sets us a little bit apart is that we do have the policy focus. So I am not a policy expert, but our policy department does work with our members to get their work in the hands of policymakers, whether that be institutional policy at the healthcare system level or federal policy. We've had some members testify to Congress about expanding or extending the COVID telehealth waivers and such. And also we're recently cited in the AMA's brief about extending these flexibilities as well. So we have some really great resources there. You can reach out to me directly. I will also have just a sheet that you could put your name and email on if you're interested in joining the network or learning more. So find me at lunch. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Monica Stidham, and I will be the first one to trip going down the ramp, just to warn you. So my goal was to actually just provide you with a bunch of resources. So as you can see, I've listed the HRPP, of which the IRB Med, where I belong, is part of. I've also listed innovation partnerships, which is what tech transfer used to be called. So if you are creating your own mobile medical app, they can help you get that licensed. I've also listed our friends from MeTRIC who can be incredibly helpful with your research in many instances. But my goal within the IRB is I am a senior regulatory analyst. I can talk about the IRB for hours. 2.5 minutes is not enough. But what I can tell you is my name, my email, my number is up there. Feel free to call me with any questions. I offer non-inclusive services. I can talk to you about potential protocols, potential studies, how to put stuff in your consent, how to explain something to your subjects, potential recruitment, potential retention. People who are on here who have used me can tell you I can gab for hours. So, I don't limit it to what is and what is not possible. All I can say is don't think small, think big. Start with the big picture, and then we'll start looking at the smaller things later. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for the shout out. So I'm actually from Innovation Partnership, so that was kind of a good transition. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Suits. I am the Content Marketing and Licensing Manager at Innovation Partnerships. For the last 2 years, I have been responsible for managing U of M's developer accounts. So for both App Store Connect and Google Play. Oh, whoops, there we go. Thank you, Victoria. Sorry, just lost my train of thought. So for the last 2 years, I've been managing U of M's developer accounts, and I also have been overseeing the mobile app publishing process. And so if anyone's unaware, some example mobile apps that's been published under the U of M developer account includes Michigan Athletics, my U of M Health, MGO Park, and Go Blue AI, just as some examples. So for the last year or so, we've been reevaluating the publishing process, which is why I'm up here today. So I have some exciting news to share with everyone based on our reevaluation, and that is the mobile app publishing process will be migrating to a self-publishing model. So, and then in addition to that, the ownership of the developer accounts will be switching over to ITS. So they'll kind of become like a one-stop shop or central resource for publishing your mobile app at the university. So what does this mean for you? So if you're interested in publishing your mobile app, or if you're looking to publish your mobile app under the U of M developer account, then you are going to have direct access to the storefronts. So that means also you'll have greater autonomy for managing your mobile app. And we believe that this streamlined approach will be much more efficient. You'll gain more valuable time back because you'll have control over publishing throughout the life cycle of your app. So that includes submitting your own build files for review and approval, updating in real time the metadata of your app, making changes based on policy changes within the storefronts, and tracking data analytics like crashes and number of downloads, that sort of thing. So you will be able to have greater insights and visibility of your mobile app. So there's a lot more information that you can learn about. I included a QR code here that will link you to our site for more information. In addition to that, we do have a table will be set up over there. So I'll be there to answer any questions about this self-publishing model. My colleague Tina from my office will be there to answer any questions related to commercialization, or if you have any questions on our digital discovery program. And then we also have a member from ITS to answer any questions related to like technical build files or questions. So, and that's it. So come chat with us. Thank you.
All right, so I don't know who's been to a wedding lately, but we are going to do a wedding style introduction to lunch here. So everyone that was in the amazing, absolutely supported live, thank you so much for going through and showing us all these amazing resources. You may now line up for lunch, as well as our poster presenters. Please all line up for lunch. And then everyone, if you have a dietary restriction that you told us about, please contact one of our helpers here behind the buffet, and they will get you your meal. Okay, and one more round of applause for the absolutely supported live presenters. That was fantastic. Thank you.